before I got into real estate 7 years ago, I had no idea that if I wanted to buy a home, that I could call up any realtor and ask them to schedule showings for any house that was for sale. I had no earthly idea. Y'all know before I got into real estate, I was in education, didn't know a thing about real estate. Fast forward 7 years, wow, what I have learned. Darla, real estate agent with Real Broker, servicing all of Louisiana, most specifically Acadiana, if you are looking to buy. So what I didn't realize was that any buyer can call up any real estate agent that they feel comfortable with and ask them to show them houses, right? And so this is what it looks like. I got a call about, it's probably been about 3 or 4 years from this sweet couple who were looking to move from a subdivision, and they wanted to be out in the country on acreage. So they were looking for their next home, and in order to buy their next home, they would have to sell their current home. So what happens with that instance is, and listen, every situation is different. It depends on what situation you're in. But for them, they did not want to list their house for sale officially until they found their next home. And look, thankfully they did not, because they still are looking. They have not found the home that they want to move into next. And the great news is they are now in a position where they have both retired from their jobs. Their needs are a little different, but they do not have to sell their current home in order to buy their next one. So a lot can change in a couple of years, but what I'm most excited about is this. Every time they see a house that they feel like could work for them, they send me the address, I do some research on it, I can find out all the things like flood zone, age of roof, basically anything that you want me to find out before you decide to go see a home in person, I can do all the research for you. So they sent me a couple of houses today. We're starting off this morning in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, which, listen, is about an hour away from me. But it doesn't matter. I'm invested with these clients. I cannot wait to help them find a home, and they have a pretty decent budget. Then we're going to circle back to Lafayette and Youngsville, and we're going to look at some homes there. And I have a great feeling about today because these are some great homes that I do believe could very well suit their needs. So just know, if you are a buyer, you need to align yourself with a real estate agent who you know, you like, and you trust, who you know closes lots and lots and lots of deals, and who can set you on the right path to do what's next. And listen, the first thing I'm going to say to you is, if you want to go house hunting, or you paying cash, or are you financing it, all right? Now, if you're paying cash, you know what your budget is, of course you do. But if you're financing it and you don't know what certain numbers calculate to monthly notes, which include your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance, and flood insurance if it's in a flood zone. Those are important numbers to know before you start house hunting. The worst thing to do would be to start house hunting in a budget that is way higher than what you are pre-approved for. Because I guarantee you, if you get pre-approved, let's say for $250,000, but you were looking at houses in the $300,000 or $350,000 range, you're going to be sadly disappointed when you start looking at those homes around $250,000. There is a difference in the way those houses look. So if you are thinking about buying anytime soon, I'd love to have a great conversation with you, set you on the right path to get yourself prepared so that you can buy soon. And listen, believe that where there's a will, there's a way. Do not count yourself out. Do not assume that you can't buy. I'm absolutely representing a guy right now who is 44 years old, has never left home, and has never believed that he had the ability to purchase his own home. And I am loving working with this guy because we're going to be closing on a home for him in a couple of weeks. It's so exciting. It is the absolute best way to build independence and to build equity and to build future wealth. It's the smartest thing to do. If you are renting and you are concerned about interest rates, this is what you need to think about. If you are renting, you are paying 100% interest on something that you will never own. Simple as that. So it doesn't matter what the interest rates are right now. You're paying 100%. So anything less than that would be beneficial to you. Y'all have a great day. Take care.